Well, good morning and welcome to Live from Currituck Extension. My name is Billy Caudle and I'm a Currituck County 4-H Program Assistant. And on today's episode of Live from Currituck Extension, we're going to update you on our little victory garden and show you our community garden at our extension office here in Barco, North Carolina. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications. That will let you know when we post new videos or when we go live. If you have any questions during our class or during our time together, please type them in the chat and we'll answer them as we go along. If you're watching this video as a recording and you have questions, please email us or call us. Our information can be found in the description below. So last month, we did a feature on starting your very own victory garden. We explained that victory gardens were small plots at or around your house used to grow food to help with food production and the war effort during the world wars, especially during World War II. We talked about how it gave people a sense of helping out their country, their community, and family, and gave them a renewed sense of patriotism because they were doing their part to help with the war effort. During our broadcast, we also issued a little challenge to you to start your very own victory garden. And we've heard from a few people who have sent in photos of their victory gardens. Some were done in the ground and some were grown in containers. We have a few examples for you to see how people have been planting and growing theirs at home. So this is our little victory garden at my house. And I'm going to show you some more examples of other people's. Now this is a photo of some that were sent in. Here's another one, and notice this one's grown in a container. And these are also little container gardens and have some herbs and all kinds of stuff in there. Okay, so now that you've seen a few of these little victory gardens that people have started at home, I'm going to show you a little victory garden or a little video about our update on our victory garden that I did at my neighbor's house right next door to where I live. So let's watch this short little video and we'll see how that is progressing.
Hello, this is Billy Caudle. I'm with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service Currituck Center, and I wanted to give you an update on our little victory garden. You may or may not recall, but we did a little program about doing a victory garden in your neighborhood to help with food production during the pandemic. And so we started our own little victory garden, and it's behind me. I wanted to give you a little update on how it's looking. So here it is. Our little victory garden.
When we did our victory garden, we divided it into 4 sections. Our lower right quadrant is lettuce, leafy lettuce that will be coming up and is doing quite well, and we'll be able to enjoy that all summer long into the fall. We also have, in the upper right-hand quadrant, we have okra, which is coming up. Upper left-hand quadrant, we have Brussels sprouts, which are really fun to grow and really good to eat. Some people don't like them. I happen to love them. Bottom quadrant right here, bottom left, we have squash. And our squash plants are doing really well. And they're coming right along. So see, it's doing good.
So during our video, we mentioned Brussels sprouts. And a lot of people like to eat Brussels sprouts, but they've never grown them. And this is what Brussels sprouts look like when they're growing. And I think it's really, really cool. They look like palm trees. So there's a good view of them. If you'll notice that the Brussels sprouts themselves grow up the stalk of the plant. And typically out up the stalk there are leaves. And generally people cut those leaves off and leave the leaves at the top of the plant. So they certainly do resemble palm trees. They're very cool and they will really look good in your little garden. So I encourage you to give those a try. In addition to that, we have a little watermelon pumpkin challenge going on, and we've had someone send in a picture of their plants that are already growing for that challenge. Now, another project that I would like to share with you is our community garden that we have here at Cooperative Extension Currituck Center. It's really an outdoor classroom that we use a lot during our summer programming. We can do all sorts of classes and projects right here in the garden at our picnic tables under our shade cloth. Our overall programming plan this year was local foods. Of course, most of that focus changed with the COVID-19 pandemic, and we literally were not here for a couple of months. We were all working from home. And so we had to cancel a lot of our in-person programming. Typically, we would plan the garden to produce foods that are then used in our youth and adult cooking classes so that participants can harvest and then prepare foods right out of the garden. Other programs could be based around the planning, preparing, planting, and caring for vegetables throughout the growing season. So next, I want to show you a little video of our community garden and what we're doing with that.
This is our community garden at Cooperative Extension Currituck Center. And I wanted to show you a little bit about it and tell you some things that we were doing and some projects that we have. First of all, you notice we have raised beds, and we're planting our garden over the next couple of days. We also have a shaded area with picnic tables that we use this area for teaching purposes, and also it's just a great shady place to hang out. Over here is a greenhouse that is soon to be replaced. That's one of our update projects. And one thing that's finishing up is our potting shed. And this project is just about complete. And then we began putting up picket fencing around the whole perimeter of our garden. We have a lot of problems with deer and geese actually getting in and eating our plants. And we've had various fences over the years, but now we've got a really nice one that's going in, this white picket vinyl fence. So one more look at our garden here at Cooperative Extension.
Okay. Now that we all came back to work, there's a lot of much needed improvements are being undertaken with our garden. As we said in the video, we've added a potting shed and we're replacing our greenhouse. And then, of course, we're installing a fence around the perimeter of the garden. All those updates will be taking place throughout this summer. Our focus has also changed a little bit with our community garden from growing foods almost exclusively for use in our cooking classes. We are now producing foods that will be used by our local food pantry for distribution to Currituck County residents. Our garden is going in a little late, but it's not too late. In fact, we were able to get it planted just yesterday, which was the 4th day of June. One of our chat questions is from Allison, and she asks, is it too late to start Brussels sprouts? Well, the answer is no. This is the perfect time to go ahead and get them in. They might be a week or two late, but you can start them from seeds, and I would highly encourage you to do so. Over the course of the summer and into the fall, with our fall crops, we intend to produce as much as we can to help our community, as well as using it for classes whenever that's possible. Now, why am I showing you all of this and talking about gardens and victory gardens? Well, I'm hoping to inspire you to get out and do a little gardening this summer. Gardening really does not cost very much money, and seeds are very inexpensive, about $1.50 for a pack, and they're available just about everywhere. I've got a few examples here today, and these are about $1.50, and these carrot seeds right here are only 50 cents. So I think it's very affordable to do. You can buy plants that are already started. That's more expensive, but certainly they're available. Plants and seeds are available locally at places like Taylor's, Dollar General, Walmart, Ace Hardware, and any other garden center in our area. It really does not take very much space. Remember the containers. You don't have to have an outdoor plot. You can put a tomato plant in a pot and put it on your patio and eat tomatoes all summer long. But it's really rewarding, and it's fun to produce your own food, to eat and to share with others. Also, I hope as time goes by, you may wish to participate in some of the activities, classes, clubs, and opportunities that we have to offer here at Cooperative Extension Currituck Center. So I'm going to take one more look at our chat and see if we have any more questions. One says, when should I plant my collard greens? Those are late, those are fall crops. And those generally we put in our collards the latter part of August. And all the collards that I've planted around here, I usually buy plants already, and then those start coming in. We may back it up as early as the end of July, but usually we're in August when we're planting collard greens, our fall crops. We also put in fall kale crops. We use all kinds of other stuff for our falls, for that. And cabbage is another thing, and we put that in as a great fall crop as well. Okay, well, seeing no other questions in the chat, I want to thank you all for watching today. And that's all for today's episode of Live from Currituck Extension. If you have any questions, we'll finish answering those now, and I don't see any additional ones. If not, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications. Check the description below for the links from our classes, our social media sites, and our evaluation for today's class. The evaluation helps us to improve our classes, and we use your suggestions to create future content. Monday's class will be Growing Grapes by Adam Formella, who is our local ag agent. So don't forget to tune in at 11:30 a.m. on Monday. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.